Bob Jenkins, Ned Jarrett, Benny Parsons, Bill Weber, Ray Dunlap, and Dr. Jerry Punch, rejoining you here at Richmond International Raceway for the 25th event of 1999, the Exide NASCAR Select Batteries 400 Chad Little's car being removed from the racetrack. Well, Tony Stewart did lose the lead. He'll come out in third position. Jeff Gordon is going to be the leader. Mark Martin picked up a spot. Bobby Labonte stayed the same, and so did Jeffrey Bodine. Down to Jerry Punch.
And Bobby Labonte's pit stop, guys, remember they've taken that rubber out of the right rear before, and the car was a little bit tight. Well, it was still tight in the middle, but the car was too free getting in the corner and a little free coming off, so they put a roundup wedge in it, hoping to help him getting in and helping him be able to use that throttle coming off. So one roundup bite in the 18 car. Let's check in with Bill.
Well, an outstanding run this evening for Jeffrey Bodine. In fact, he continues to run at the front of the pack. Now, this is a brand new race car that they just built. One of the programs that they thought was lacking in their entire operation was their short track program. So they finally got around to building a short track car, tested it, then brought it here. He was tight in that run early, then loosened up later. They tightened him up a little bit on that stop, sent him back out. Good run for Jeffrey Bodine. Here's Ray Dunlap.
Well, Bill, what a great night it was for Dale Earnhardt Jr. last night here, winning the Busch Series race, but tonight he's had a good bit of trouble. The team was late getting the car out onto pit road for the lineup today, so they've told them that they are going to take some test time away from them, or practice time away, when they go to Atlanta, because they didn't have the car out there. Then they just had a real long pit stop, a 21.6-second pit stop. Little Lee stalled the car when they put it down. Things not going that great, and to add to that, his brakes are going away.
He is, however, one of the 20 cars still remaining on the lead lap. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is shown in 18th position. We'll take another break before the restart here at Richmond. They have just taken the green flag to restart. On lap number 178, we have 9 laps of caution. Jeff Gordon is the leader with Martin second and Stewart third.
Off the smoke from out the exhaust of Joe Nemechek's car, like he missed a shift or something on that restart, but certainly didn't lose much ground if he did.
75 car of Ted Musgrave had a good run going. He did have to come back in the pits during this caution for loose lug nuts. Has dropped him all the way back to the last car on the lead lap in 20th spot.
Kenny Irwin must have had a pit problem as well, because he's back in 19th. And look at this mess up front there as Tony Stewart goes by Mark Martin down on the inside.
And Stewart passes and gets back one position that he lost in the pits. Now he sets his eyes on the leader, Jeff Gordon.
We saw at the bottom of the screen there Rick Mass coming out of the pits. He's been off the racetrack for quite a while, but as you said, he's the only driver that's finished all the races this year.
Yep.
So I guess he wants to keep that stream going.
Well, he's 142 laps down, but back in the hunt.
That doesn't pay anything, but, you know, it's prestigious.
And Ned, the 28 car, did have to come back in for loose lug nuts also, so that's why he is back near the end of the lead lap. Jeffrey Bodine running in 5th spot. Alongside Joe Nemechek.
Mr. Wallace in 6th there. And the Earnhardts back there running together on the racetrack. They were 17th and 18th, but right now there's a battle for 3rd. Bobby Labonte trying to take it away from Mark Martin.
Close side-by-side racing between Bobby and Mark. And Labonte on the bottom finally makes the pass. And there is that damage to it that Mark Martin got very early in the race when he ran into Ward Burton. Now Jeffrey Bodine challenges Mark for the 4th spot.
Mark's car maybe not quite as good as it was before, because in the early going of the last time, when after a caution, he passed a lot of cars. This time he's getting passed.
It's been 22 races since Jeffrey Bodine had a top 10 finish. last one was at Rockingham. He finished 8th. Second race of 1999. On board with Rusty Wallace.
Mark Martin gets that run down the backstretch, maintains that position on Jeffrey Bodine. I think that Mark Martin, when Bobby Labonte got by him, I think when Bobby squeezed up in front of him, that Mark Martin backed off the gas to let Bobby Labonte go, and I think that cost him his momentum and allowed Jeffrey Bodine to get alongside of him, and then those guys running side by side, not quite as fast as the leaders. And Jeffrey Bodine loses a spot to Rusty Wallace as he goes by on the outside.
Wallace has the best finishing average of any driver here tonight, 5.4. Tony Stewart has caught Jeff Gordon. Didn't take him long.
No, it didn't. Boy, does he have a great race car tonight. Look at him just driving by, just like he was lapping him.
Man, Jeff Gordon led 18 laps. Now puts Stewart back at the front of the field. He'll continue to add to his total, which right now is 164. After 24 races, let's compare the rookie seasons of Stewart and Gordon. Tony is 5th in points. Jeff, at this point in his rookie year of 93, was 9th in points. Tony has more top 10s and has a better average finish than Jeff Gordon.
Tony Stewart had a similar, he's had a lot of good runs this year, but he had a very similar run to this at Loudon, New Hampshire when they were there back in July. He led a good portion of that race. Unfortunately, ran out of gas near the end of the race and cost him his first victory. But he really, on these relatively flat racetracks, they have their program together.
And Tony Stewart has completed more laps this year in Winston Cup competition than any other driver, 6,602. He has a 0.4 of a second lead on Jeff Gordon. Bobby Labonte is 3rd, followed by Mark Martin and Rusty Wallace.